Alright, what is up guys? This is Gaming for a Better Game, and we're hopping in today playing some more Stardew Valley. It is the last day of the month, the 28th. It's wrapping this day up and we're going to be starting the next season, which I believe is... It's going to be... What is this? The season is spring, so next season will be summer. And I've already kind of got a lot of sunflower seeds ready to go for summer to start, and I'm going to do corn for the rest. I've got all this area ready to go. A lot of planting to do tomorrow. And then also working on like the Calico Island. I'm trying to unlock ostriches. I'm trying to find all of the artifacts so we can do that. I've only got to find 2 more of the fossils that you need to find on the island, but they are challenging. One of them you can only find panning in a river, and the other one rarely shows up on like the west side of the island, but it is really hard to find it because it doesn't show up very often. So like I've been out there, for example, looking for it for probably 30 days in a row, and I've seen an artifact spot maybe like 2 times out of the 30 days I've went looking, so it's gonna take a while to find that. Oh, I can't believe how many truffles I just picked up from those pigs. And over here we've got like my kind of like processing area for all the animal stuff. Alright, so get some more of these truffles going. See if we can process these by the end of the day. So that's 6 more there. I got all this cheese to pick up. I'm also trying to make more iridium sprinklers because I want to set up a farm over on the island and grow like pineapples over there. So saving up, I've got some pineapple seeds and 4 sprinklers ready to go. Maybe more than that now that I have these. Because I only have 1 more battery pack, so I can only make 1. But can I get that? That's a good start. So now we have 5 sprinklers. That's more than we have seeds for. So got some caviar cooking up there. Hope everybody is having a great holiday season. Everyone had a really good time with their family for Thanksgiving. Looking forward to Christmas at the end of the month. Buying a lot of gifts. Spending way too much money. Okay. So tomorrow, like the first thing I gotta do is start getting all of this like ready with the hoe. Which I might be able to kind of save myself some work right now. If I do some of it, it won't be 100% necessary, but I'm pretty sure it does like a hard reset at the end of the season anyways, but just to kill some time, I'm going to do a little bit here. But if I can get as much of this hoed as possible before like 9 a.m., you know, buy the seeds from Pierre so I don't forget. And like the whole goal for tomorrow, I'm just going to be non-stop sunrise to sunset, getting as much as I can possibly plant in one day planted. And that's why I have these spicy eel. They give you the +1 to speed, so I can get everything, you know, cooked up faster, planted up faster. Cooking with dirt. Added these Junimo huts to the farm, and those are really cool because they make it easier for you to like get plants collected after they grow. They have like the little spirit creatures, whatever you call them, and they come out when the crops are ready to be picked, and they just pick them up for you, and then they put them into these huts. So that makes it a lot easier. Especially if you need to run to the island like 30 times in a row trying to finish stuff over there, and you don't have to spend so much time caring about your crops. Like my plan for this is to just put stuff that keeps producing all season, so really all I have to do is plant one time and then it's good for the entire month. Except for the sunflowers. I had extra seeds, so I thought I should finish those up while I can, but after they're gone, just trying to make it like simpler. No, I was actually supposed to go to work today, but ended up having a rescheduling for the appointment I was heading out to today, so drove like 30 minutes towards this customer's home and then ended up not being able to get out there. I gotta love when you have an agreement to go meet with someone and they cancel it just like 15 minutes before you show up. Like, hey, thanks for the notice, but you know, I get it, emergencies happen and things do show up, but you know, sometimes it's like with those people, you're like, well, was this really an emergency? Did something really come up? Or, you know. But hey, now we're playing some Stardew, so guess this will be work for today. Been working on this channel for a few years now. Still working on, you know, all the graphics and the cool behind the scenes stuff to make it better. Still a lot to improve on, but just kind of put some time into it here and there when I can, like right now. But looks like I got pretty much everything for today that I can do. I better go to sleep before I pass out at 1 a.m. again. Okay. So, we're gonna sell some stuff. Alright, let's get ready to start tomorrow. First thing I'm gonna do is eat that eel. Here we go. Let's start summer. Wow, 68,076. That's not a bad day. Let's see what we got. Added dinosaurs to the farm, and they actually are really productive with the mayo you can make from the dinosaur eggs. Just 2 of them, 1,600 gold there. Have blueberries in the greenhouse, so those are always bringing in like 14,000 every few days. Over here, this is like where I get a lot of money from, like the truffles and the cheese and the cloth. I think this was 2 days altogether, so it wasn't just like one single day, but you usually get like 20 to 30,000 every day from that. So Peas and caviar is doing pretty good. That caviar is also pretty productive. Yeah. Let's do all the planting. I got a bunch of wine right there to get distracted by. I'm on a mission though. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have closed the animals' pens. Now they're gonna be in the way. I keep forgetting where my front door is. It's just that little spot. Okay. So yep, gotta start all the way over right here from today. Here we go. Okay, that's another thing I need to get in my hotbar there. Axe. Okay. See how much we can get done by 1 or by 9 a.m. I gotta do another thing to make this more efficient. Okay. Alright, sorry, I do have to take a quick little pause here. Just got a question from a customer I need to get back to right quick. I'll be right back for this. Alright, sorry about that. That's one thing about my job. I'm always technically working, even when I'm not working. I've got to get back to people. But now I'm getting back to you guys, back to the farm. Let's keep on planting. Okay, so where were we? We were on this side. Although I probably should head off to go get some seeds before it's too late. I think I'm gonna push that to 12 now, just to get some more progress here. It's always like the one time you don't want the animals to get in the way. They are always all over what you're doing. Okay, that's a good start. Now I'm gonna go get the seeds and come back. Okay, so I think I said we were gonna do corn. This is gonna be very expensive. I'm gonna just buy like 1,000 of them. We were almost at 1,000,000 coin. This is going to be like 200,000 coin. Almost there. I gotta say, this has been a pretty productive year overall too. Like, can't complain. I haven't been able to put as much time into this as I usually was hoping to, but I was promoted this year to a more, I guess, a more challenging role is a good way to say it. So it took a lot more of my mental capacity and effort than I have ever had before. It's been incredible to have a role like that. It's been really a great way to grow and develop into a career that I'm passionate about. But that being said, it also it just takes a lot of effort to do good at anything, and so I didn't really get to put as much time into the stream this year as I would have preferred, but I was able to grow more professionally in a career at the same time. I'm still dedicated to doing this at the same time I'm trying to pursue these other things, but I found that improving in one area only helps with everything else too. So you know, doing better at this has helped me do better in my job. Doing better in my job is helping me do better in this. So I'm not upset that I focused more on my career this year than the stream, because you know I've been hitting some great accomplishments and goals and milestones in my career. And then you know, as far as the stream, of course, I didn't put as much work into it, but I still had some milestones this year that I was really hoping to hit. Like, funny, you know, to say, but 10 followers to me was a big deal. You know, it took a year of learning how to make content and these videos and putting stuff out there to get to that point. And it's you know, it's nothing to be like, whoa, wow, I got a huge amount of followers. I have 10, but you know, to me, it's not nothing, and it is progress in the right direction, and for that I'm extremely grateful. And you know, so who knows? Maybe next year we'll hit 20, and maybe 30 after that. But at the end of the day, it's not about like the followers or like people watching it. To me, it's just more I enjoyed making these videos. I enjoyed doing, you know, stuff with other people and having other people be a part of what I like to do. It just makes it more fun. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I will be happy if I can just get at least this section and the right section done today. Like, normally planting all this does take like 2 to 3 days at least, so I don't think, you know, it's reasonable to get this done in a single day because it is way too much like space. Maybe if I get some of you guys to hop on in the next one, like next time we do a new season, get like 3 other people to help me plant, that would be nice. But until we do that, it just takes like 2 to 3 days to get everything planted at the beginning of each season. And now that it's 5 p.m., it'll get a little bit easier with the animals getting out of the way. Okay. I got 6 p.m. so if I just get this section planted, then I can move on to the next, but I've got to at least get this planted before. Sometimes I make a huge mistake and like get too much land ready and then don't leave enough time to actually put the seeds down, and then I have all this work I have to do again the second day when it just goes back to normal if you don't plant after you use the hoe and water and all that. Okay, so I think I'm timing this right. Alright, I'm gonna start planting now just so I don't run out of time because it's already 8 p.m. We have 4 hours to get this done. Or 6 hours to get this done. You just gotta run around like a crazy person to get it all done. Okay, great. I'm almost out of the sunflower seeds. So then I can move on to starting to plant the corn. Gonna look a little bit wonky because I'm not really like planning this out too much, just running out of time. Okay, now we can switch to corn. I think I timed that just barely with enough time. Okay. So I want to get this little bottom strip finished if I can in the next hour here. Okay. So just go that way. Okay. I might pass out, but I'm so close. I just want to get this last spot. Okay, I've got to go now. There's no time. Okay, am I gonna make it? I don't know if I left enough time. It's so close. 10 minutes, here we go. I might die. That was down to the wire. Last minute, last second. Alright, now we gotta run it back and do that a second time. Okay. So, good start so far. Now I just gotta get this other side. feel like I'm making some pretty good progress here. I'm almost out of water. Just this last little strip here and I'm done on this side. I don't get how stuff like that happens. Alright, I'm going to save all the planting till after all the animals are out of the way. And I'm going to keep working on this other side. Okay. We start planting at 5 p.m. Okay. About halfway done on this one. I just got that little strip up there after this. It'd be cool if I could get all of this done by 5. Let's see if I can pull that off. Okay, I really need to start planting before I run out of time again today. But that is everything. Great. Okay. Plant the corn. Okay, that took about 2 hours, so the other part probably take about 2-3 hours too. And I'll see if I can get that little spot today. This dude's sleeping outside. That's not good. It's right in the way where I'm trying to put the crops down. Okay, here we go. We got 4 hours to get this done. Cool, they added like a tractor to this game that you could drive around and it would like turn all the grass or the dirt into plantable dirt or whatever you call it. Let in the chat if you know if there's like a mod that does that we should try. I can use mods. I do have like a curse loader or whatever you call it. Alright, now I just gotta get that one little section, and that'll probably be all we have time for today. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get prepared for tomorrow. I'm gonna start like picking all this stuff up again. I gotta get these out of the way. I need to clear up some spots in my inventory so I can do some stuff tomorrow. Now I've got to catch up on all the animal stuff because I haven't seen them for 2 days. Probably should give them some hay too. I bet they're low. All right. Get this caviar going real quick and then call it a day. Better move fast or I'm gonna fall asleep. Guess I'll just put that right there. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad day, considering I didn't do anything except for plant most of it. Oh no, the spreading weeds have caused damage to your farm. Alright, so now that I'm not planting, this is what I normally do. I start with the animals up here. I usually do this so they all are like 5 stars, and I get the best crops. 5 hearts. And we are way behind on all this. That's why I knew I needed to get the inventory slots, because I'm going to run out of space. I bet I don't have enough to pick up the eggs. I'm going to organize that, that makes more sense. So I'll probably have to go start some cheese and then pick up the eggs. Alright, see if that's enough room to get the eggs over here. I'll just do it like two trips today to get all the eggs cleaned out. Alright, go get the rest of the eggs and then go to the other side. check on all the dinosaurs. Let's see what we got here. 3 dinosaur eggs. That's a lot of money. Okay. Hey, got some pineapples to make more pineapple seeds. Cool. This one up here, I don't have anything in yet. I'm gonna use that for the ostriches once I unlock the ostrich eggs. I don't have any inventory space left, so probably need to go drop some stuff real quick, and then I can get the stuff over here. So let's just sell that. I used to have this building switched over here, so I keep getting confused where my shed is. Okay, got that. Get these going. Get rid of some more of this. Okay. Alright, I hope that's enough space. Just barely had enough inventory slots to be able to pull that off. Don't know if I'm gonna make it though. There's probably a bunch of rabbit feet over here. Let's see. Yep, it's rabbit feet. Sometimes I'll just put something random and take it instead. Pick those rocks up another day. Alright, we actually got everything picked up. Normally I have all of this done by like 9 a.m. But since it was like 2 days behind, that's why it's taken till 12. Alright, just got it down to 16 more cheeses to put in there. What else do I have? The wool. Really need to clean out this chest. There's a lot in here I don't need to have in here. So just sell that corn. I'm gonna try organizing it too. See what that does. Okay, I can put the truffles there. And the cheese there. Gotta get a bunch of stuff out of here. Okay, put that in there, that in there. Okay. Alright, now I just gotta get this stuff sold. I could put some stuff in a chest. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to try and get over to the island to continue looking for the artifacts I need. And if you're watching the stream right now and you like what you see, hit that follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. Pretty sure that this guy doesn't close till 5. So these are what I'm looking for. If I can get these like worm things and dig them up, I can find the artifact, but it says it's located over here on the west side, which is like this part we're in of the island, like this area, kind of right here. Never eat soggy water. Yep, right there. I'm gonna clear all the leaves over here too, so there's more spots that the artifact can spawn on. Alright, that's pretty much all of it. Now it could be up there. It can also be down here on the beach. Hey, there's one. This might be it. Okay, I didn't get one, but I did get the artifact troves, and sometimes those also can have it. And the last spot you gotta check is up here. So nothing, which means today was a bust, and this is like my 60th time trying to find this thing. And still not finding it. But man, when I do find it, oh, that's gonna be the day. Okay, now the other thing I'm looking for is over here on the dig site. They say if you use the pan, which I upgraded all the way to iridium, you can just pull it out of the river if you find like the bubbles. But there's no guarantee that the bubbles will be in the river either. So sometimes you come out here and there's nothing. Like right now. I'm not seeing anything. So yep, that's another day where you don't find what you're looking for. But you gotta keep looking. Okay, so now I'm gonna go up here and just take a look at what I need. Just kind of show you guys. This is the last two. I need just this membrane or whatever, spine from the snake. And that's gonna be the part that's on the left side of the, or the west side of the island. And then this thing is the tail of the bear or whatever. And it says it's in the river, and you just pan it right there in the bubbles. Thank God. It tells you where everything's at, like on the wiki, and the tail, it says panning in the dig site river 20%. I've done it like 10 times, still have not got it. But the other thing looking for, the vertebrae, membrane, whatever. Oh, I did not realize breaking the muscle nodes has a 2.5% chance. And just breaking rocks. Okay, so that's the reason to go back. But also just like the best chance you saw there was from the artifact spots. Let's go break these muscles. So we could just find it right here, breaking these rocks. It'd be so cool if that happened right on the stream. I've been waiting literally like a month. I've been trying to find this. So. It's 2.5% chances has it. Just gotta break 400 of these and I gotta find one. Okay, so I didn't find one there, and I don't see any other rocks to hit. So I guess we better get going back to the farm. And I do have the teleport return scepter. This thing costs 2 million coin, but it's so handy to just get right back to the farm. And then the last thing I usually do on a normal day like this is I will go and put a lot of stuff back in here again. So, gotta finish with this, this, and this. Keep working. Put in the chat how much money you think that we have made today.